Okay, part three, the end of the story, and usually at the end of the story we know there's some kind of solution. Today many of you guys thought of what that solution might be, so let's read and see if you're correct. Here we see Kenyon laying in his bed with his dad. His dad's checking his temperature because Kenyon has never before said no to going to play a baseball game. So he decides to lay down. Little Dolly wouldn't be 90 again. He couldn't do any better. There wouldn't be a next time. Shoot, he didn't blame little Holly for not trusting him with her stories. He couldn't even be trusted with money. And the stories, that was it. He could give her something. Notice how the author wrote the word could. That means it's an important word. The day of the party. On little Dolly's birthday, Kenyon and his dad helped her out to the porch. There were 2 presents waiting on the swing. Oh my, little Dolly gushed. Means that she's like really happy. She might have turned red. She picked up the smaller present, laughing. I know what this is, she said. Every year Dad got little Dolly a box of assorted chocolates. If chocolates are assorted, that means there's different ones, not all the same. They were her favorites, and she always hid them so she wouldn't have to share. I'll save these for later. She tucked the box behind her arm and reached for the other gift. As she picked it up, car horns sounded. Lord Almighty, little Dolly said. What's happening? Happy birthday, Ms. Bowles, shouts came from the street, and suddenly the porch spilled over with people from the town. All of the friends little Dolly had made in all her years of living in Lexington. Miss Montgomery strolled up the walk with the biggest strawberry shortcake ever. Happy birthday, she said, setting the cake before little Dolly. Make a wish and blow out all these candles. It isn't every day you turn 90. You know, she reached over and hugged Kenyon. The cake was delicious and everyone had a good time. Here we see them sitting on the porch. Don't that beat all, little Dolly said after everyone had left. Best birthday I've... Little Dolly stopped as her foot pushed on Kenyon's present. Well, looks like it ain't over yet, she said. Hand that box to me, Kenyon. Little Dolly ripped a paper off as Kenyon shifted from foot to foot. If you shift from foot to foot, that's a way to say like you're nervous or anxious. He started apologizing. It's not much. I know, it's not like a carriage ride or a strawberry shortcake or... He stopped when he saw her eyes sparkling. She carefully lifted the gift from the box, and delicately, meaning gently, touched the handmade book. They showed us how to do that all in school, Kenyon explained. How to bind it all, and inside I put... My stories, she finished. A book of my stories. Yes, ma'am. If you bind a book, that means you put all the pages together so they don't fall apart. They both look pretty happy. Little Dolly pulled Kenyon next to her. Tears were spilling over and dancing down her cheeks. It seems that I was wrong, Kenyon, she said. A keeper don't have to be a girl. You've done a fine job here, child. Now, I'm going to need to teach you a few things all keepers got to know. And then, well, you'll need to add some of your own stories. Maybe a few baseball stories, eh? Kenyon smiled and slipped his hand into little Dolly's. It was definitely a wallop bat day. Remember, wallop bat kind of means you're having the best day you could have.